Hi there and welcome back to Artisan Upholstery Studio. If you subscribe to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate the support, and you've probably already seen the version of the slip seat dining seat tutorial with 1-inch foam for mid-century seats. This is a traditional chair and I'm going to do it in 2-inch foam. So first we want to take these really thin and flimsy seats and take the old fabric off. Yes, we do want to strip the old fabric off. Now you can use a tool that was specifically made for this. You can use a flathead screwdriver. But if you have a lot of them, you can just use what I use. And that gets the job done much faster. So like I said, today we're going to be using 2-inch foam for our traditional dining seats. And it comes on sheets of 22 inches wide by 88 inches long. You're going to take your seat, and you do want to have a 1/2 inch all the way around extra for folding over the edge. And then you can take your Sharpie and mark it out. Now, for the last one, there's not going to be enough, but what we can do is cut this off and then glue it to the back there so that there's a join. So to cut the foam, I have a cutter that I got at the hardware store. Just any old hardware store should have these. It's actually for cutting insulation, but it works excellent for cutting foam also. I got this for $12, and a foam cutter, electric one, is $400. So it's probably not something that just the average Joe is going to invest in. This works great. I now have a piece long enough to glue onto there so I can draw out my sixth chair. And the join should be at the back, not the front. Next, we're going to measure so that we know what size to cut our fabric pieces. .24 by 23 should do it. And again, you want to make sure that you're centering your middle here with the pattern. And because the fabric has such a distinct pattern, we're going to center it perfectly on each chair. So we're going to mark that and draw it out with our marker. Now you might be wondering, like, hey Amy, that looks terrible. Those edges are completely rough and not smooth, and it's not going to matter in the end. Everything's going to be okay. All right, so let's put a little bit of cotton on these just for a little added layer of fluffiness. And that will give our chairs some crown, which is the roundness that you see on nicely upholstered dining seats. So, this is going to be our center here. And I'm going to put a circle right in the middle. Not that one. This one here gives us even on both sides. So I'm pulling it as tight as I can for those first two staples, literally as tight as I can. And what you want to do is put in a staple that sticks out a little bit, and you do that by putting it in on an angle like this. And what that does is it makes it easy to take that staple out without destroying the fabric. But you also want to put the staple in as far into the frame as you can. Do not put it too close to the edge, because then when we take this staple out, which we will, this is going to leave a little mark there. So put it back on the frame, and that's going to ensure that you won't see any marks on the fabric. Always check to make sure that things are staying straight. And that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to pull the fabric this way and to that corner, pulling it nice and tight. And put one staple here. Next, you're going to do the other side. And with this pattern, you're going to want to make sure that on this side matches. You're going to pull it as tight as you did on this side. Okay. Okay, move to the back. Pattern looks correct. Okay, so I'm making sure again that everything is straight and lined up and perfect. So you can start by pulling this down, making sure that there's no lumps across there. Okay, so nice and straight, no puckers. Let's do the corners. So you're going to find the center of this bunch here and pull it nice and tight, like literally as tight as you can, to get a nice curve here. Nice and flat. Pull it tight. And if it seems like that staple is in the way, just pull it out. And with these staples, you are going pretty close to the edge there. Now you can cut a lot of this out. Lovely. Okay, so time for bottom liner. Now before I screw that on, I'm going to take this opportunity to polish the wood and get it looking really nice. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.